welcome to Ridiculous. I hope you're doing well wherever you are in the world. I hope you're living your best life. I don't really know why I'm posting this. I guess I just need to get this off my chest. Everything I've been reading over the last few days seems to place all of the blame on the cheater. But I deserved it. My wife is a good person. I met my wife when I was 15. We worked together and she thought I was an annoying, dorky teenager, which I was. She was older than me, 21 at the time, way more mature, and I guess she just seemed out of my league. She moved across the country to Arizona for another man who she was dating. She left everything behind for this man to start a new life in the desert. She was with him for many years. She left the store where we worked together for a long time, and then was transferred back to the store a couple of years later. I was now 17, and in her eyes, I changed from a dorky teenager to something more. We started being silly at work, joking around, normal stuff. Being in high school, I'm sure you can imagine how cool it would be to date an older woman. I somehow lit a spark between us, and eventually we started having feelings for each other. We kissed a few times, but nothing more than kissing, not that it matters. She was still living with the man she moved here for. When she began to have stronger feelings for me, she decided she would break it off with him. She did all that for me. I didn't realize it at the time, but I was doing something very wrong. If this guy ever found out, I would have had the snot beaten out of me. Not only that, if she did leave him for me, that means now she's staying in Arizona for me. This is very important to our story. We dated for 6 years. We became very close. We went through a lot together, and she supported me as I went through college and got a great job. We got married, and now have 2 children that make me smile every day. The early years of their development were incredibly challenging. It took a lot of commitment from both of us. As any parent would know, I felt like I gave in my all, and so did she. When the kids got older, I felt like I was doing all the kids stuff and she was doing all the house stuff. I felt like she cared more about having a clean floor than going to our kids' scout meetings or choir practice. This continued for a long time. She never had time for anything. She went to work, then came home and did housework. There was never any time for fun. I am a man-child. I fully admit that I am weak and I hate responsibility. If I had the choice between cleaning the floor or playing video games with the kids, I will choose video games every time. This was never a problem until the kids were old enough to start doing fun things that they could appreciate, like scouts, choir, video games, board games, whatever. This was a point of contention between my wife and I for a long time. I resented her for choosing the house upkeep over us. I realize now that it's completely stupid, because if she doesn't do it, nobody will, and we will all suffer. She tried to tell me multiple times throughout the years. She'd often have an outbreak and go off on me about it. I get defensive and would ignore her for a while until she calmed down. This cycle has been going on for years now. I can't break myself out of it. I'm a selfish bastard that doesn't want to put in the work required to run a family. I don't follow through with bedtime routines with the kids. I let them do whatever they want. Play video games for 14 hours on Saturday? Sure, me too. Then I realized she was becoming distant. Several months ago, I noticed my wife was starting to let the house go. She was hanging out with friends after work. She has never done this as long as I can remember. She was going out and having fun. I was elated. She's finally taking time for herself to do fun things. Who gives a shit about the dirty house? Just go have fun. I've been telling her for years. It finally happened. Then I realized she was becoming very distant. She suffered from some form of undiagnosed depression ever since we've been together. She takes medication for it. She has lots of medical problems that give her physical pain. While I should be sympathetic to her needs, hearing about constant aches and pains nearly every day for years make you stop feeling anything. What will the pain be today, honey? Spin the wheel of pain. I'm an asshole for thinking this way, but I can't help it. She's always in pain or just dead tired, and we rarely have intimacy. When we do, it's not really loving. It's just doing the deed because it's been so damn long since the last time. Anyway, like I said, she was getting distant, but never in a million years would I have suspected she was cheating on me. She told me last week that she kissed another man. She says that she is having the same feelings with this man that she had with me when we first started dating. Should I have seen it coming? I don't know, maybe, but I didn't. I never once had an issue of trust with her. We've been together for 22 years and married for 16. I didn't even know how to process what she told me. It took me a few days to sort it all out in my head. That's when I started reading other people's stories of infidelity and how to deal with it. Should we divorce? Can we make this work? How did this happen? It's obvious now. I took her for granted all these years and she finally had enough. She found someone else to love her the way she deserves. After those few days of sorrow, I grew furious. I wrote out a letter demanding that she cut off contact with the other man, show me all conversations and pictures on her phone with him. I also demanded that she stop going out with her friends late at night and work on rekindling our marriage. As soon as I read her the letter, she left for a hotel. She came back the next day. I said to her, "Do you think we can fix our marriage?" She said she did before, but not after my letter. In my letter, I said that I would be a new man. I do all the things a good husband and father should do. I have promised them before. She said, "Why should it be any different this time?" "Because now you know I'm serious." She was right. I'll probably never change. I hate responsibility. Even if I could forgive her, it would always be in my mind that she cheated on me. She said she would never want to stay with me if I cheated on her. Everything she said to me since the letter makes it obvious she just wants to leave. I think I destroyed any last shred of hope there was for keeping our family together. She asked to be alone today for the entire day so that she could take a drive and just think. When she gets back, I don't think she'll be saying she wants to try and work it out. If she does, I have a nearly impossible task ahead of me, to be a man I have never been. I think she would be better off with this other man and have full custody of the kids, and maybe I can see them every other weekend and a month or two in the summer. She should move back across the country where she has family support. She hates that she is away from her family, and she has always longed for us to move back, even though my job would never allow it. I'm afraid the kids will hate her for ripping them from me and moving. But I think in the end, it will be for the best. It will destroy me, seeing pictures of my kids with a new dad, a new family, and a new life that doesn't have me in it. I was 15 when I met her, and these next few months, either trying to change or working through a divorce, are going to be the most difficult months I have ever had in my life. I'm weak, I'm selfish, I don't deserve her. I just want her to be happy, even if it's not with me.
So